Well, once again, guys, congratulations on winning this award. Maddie, I'm going to start with you, and I want to get your reaction to winning, but this was such a pivotal moment where I think everyone remembers exactly where they are or where they were when Kobe Bryant and they found the news that he had passed away. Just take me back to that day and sort of your feelings and emotions surrounding his passing.
Definitely. So of course it was the Civil War game, and energy was up. I was excited in general. Just it's game day. It's not only game day, but it's game day against our rivals. So I'm excited. I just remember walking up to the court, and the music's playing, and of course I'm a dork, so I'm singing loud, probably dancing in, strolling in on the court, and you can just kind of feel this weird energy, just aura. And I was just like, I don't know if I like it, but usually I go to Aleah because Aleah seems to know everything. She knows every and anything when it happens. So I'm like, hey, like, what's up? And she's like, you don't know. And I was like, I don't know what. And then she kind of just broke the news, and I was just in awe. And you look at our team, and our team, of course, is like, wow, we're just in awe and shock. But then you look on the other side of the court, and it was just, I don't even know how to experience it. It was, of course, you saw grief kind of in a way. It was unexplainable. It was just pain. You saw a lot of it, and you felt bad. That was the biggest thing, is you felt bad at that moment. We were preparing for a game, but in that moment, it didn't matter. It was just a game. Who cared? I didn't care that they were our rivals. I didn't care that there was so much energy and hype built up for this game. And I just remember Aleah and I we were talking, and I was like, well, what can we do? Like, what can we do to help them? And Aleah was like, like, maybe we should pray for them. And I was like, you're right, we should. Walk over there, and I asked Ruthie, and I was like, would you guys, I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you guys want to pray together? And Ruthie and I are friends, but I just remember she grabbed my hand, and she's like, of course. And then that's kind of all when we just came together and we prayed. And it was an amazing moment. It was definitely a once in a lifetime moment.
Well, I mean, it's impactful for me to hear your recollections of it, because you always think about Oregon State and Oregon, and it's this fierce rivalry between these two programs, and you guys have had a ton of success on the floor, and so have they. And yet here it is, you kind of put everything to the side for a moment and say, hey, this is bigger than just this one game. Aleah, for you, you obviously knew what had happened before Maddie realized what the news was. What was it like for you to be sort of in that huddle with Oregon saying a prayer?
Yeah, it was a very, very special moment. Like you mentioned, there's just so much hype around that game. You think as these two big teams come in, and it's just a constant fight against each other. So that moment was very, very special. I remember when I figured out, and it was honestly just it was just a moment where nothing else mattered. The game didn't matter. The rivalry didn't matter at all. And it was just people coming together to grieve. We knew that Kobe meant a lot to that program. He went to a few of their games. A lot of the girls had a relationship with him and had a friendship. So that we knew that, and we knew they were heartbroken. You could see it just in their faces. So just coming together was really special, and it just showed, like Maddie mentioned, it's way bigger than basketball.
Maddie tells a story that you guys realized that you wanted to do something, but what's the conversation like with Coach Ruick and the rest of the staff and really your teammates about doing this? Because it wasn't just the two of you guys with them, it was a huge group.
Yeah, so Maddie and I kind of came together, and then we decided that we were gonna pray, or we wanted to pray with them. And that's when we kind of went back and forth as to who was going to go up to Oregon. Maddie went over to Oregon, and then at that moment, I kind of went over to our team, and I was like, "Hey, like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the middle. We're gonna pray with them during this tough time." And our our team responded great to it. They were all for it. There was not really many coaches up on the floor yet. After the game, Coach Ruick mentioned he didn't even know that happened until later when people brought it up to him. So he wasn't in the gym. I'm not exactly sure if the assistants were even in the gym because it was so early. But yeah, so our team responded great to it. They were all for it. Janessa and both Ruthie said a beautiful prayer in the middle, which was super special.
Maddie, you made reference to your relationship and a friendship that you have with Ruthie. When you guys finish your prayer, both sides talk? Are there conversations that happen in that moment, maybe even after the game? What actually transpired?
It's just, I just remember, you just hug them. You kind of just hug them and say, hey, I'm here for you. You kind of just give as much support, they had lost, like Aleah said, they lost someone that they had a relationship with. So you can't do anything but give them support and love. And I think that's what we did. We also wanted to respect, their personal space, and we didn't want to overcrowd them. But we did want to let them know that, this is bigger than basketball. At the end of the day, we have your back, and we are here for you guys because this is something big.
Aleah, was it different? Because once again, I mean, when you guys play, it's must-see television on Pac-12 Network. Everyone's glued. Two of the best programs in the entire country. You expect fireworks and you expect this competitiveness. But, as Maddie said, she's up there dancing, having a good time, getting ready for the game. And yet all of a sudden you have this hard right turn before a really big-time matchup. You guys were 7th at the time. I think they might have been 3rd or 4th. But, it's a top 7 matchup. Does the cadence of the game, did it feel different?
Yeah, I think both programs did a great job of kind of trying our best to hey, it's game time. As college athletes, you learn that when you step on the floor, nothing else really matters. You have to put everything out when you're in between those lines or when the game starts. So I think we both tried our best to kind of focus on the game. Obviously, it's very difficult. You find out heartbreaking news like that, an hour before tip-off. So it's difficult. You could definitely feel there's a little bit to start, but I feel like once the game started going, it kind of got back to the rivalry, the competition, and the level. But at the end of the day, during the game, that's always in the back of your mind that just happened.
Congratulations on winning the Sportsmanship Award. It's well deserved because not everyone, I think, can sometimes put themselves in a rivalry game and in the situation of their opponent, one, and then two, realize that things are happening in life that are just bigger than basketball. So well done for you to use the power of sport to impact a little bit of change here and be supportive to your rivals. So congratulations and best of luck to both of you guys.
Thank you.